Alright there YouTube, welcome back to the channel. We got Old Red, our project 1983 Peterbilt 359. Now today's episode is going to be kind of a little bit of a hodgepodge of different things. I've got stuff ordered to start prepping the inside of the truck for the new interior from the day cab company. All the templates are on a truck on the way over to them guys there. So that's where that's at. Now I've got a few parts to install that I ordered way back a long time ago, and honestly I forgot about them. So we're going to get that done, and if I have time I'm going to start kind of doing a few things on the inside of the truck, but we'll see if we get there or not. But so anyway, I thought we'd start out just super simple here, and that is, a number of people have mentioned how I've got a painted vent cover on this side, a nice shiny stainless on this side. So now the reason for that is this side the cover was missing, and on that side it was there. So this is actually just a stupid simple deal. These shiny chrome things here look like a mirror. All they are is just a cover. It's got the same steel painted underneath. It's got this stick-on cover on the one side, and it was missing on this side, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Okay, so all we do, peel off the backing. Got some nice 3M double-sided tape. Alright, and now both sides match. Alright, so now the next thing here is piston oilers or piston squirters, whatever you want to call them here. Those of you guys who have been following along the whole process here, remember that I had a low oil pressure problem, and I fixed that by replacing a piston squirter. However, I don't know that I explained that very well, because I had a lot of people question and ask me about things on that. And basically this is all the piston oiler is. This is plastic, and it's got an O-ring here. This is actually made in two separate pieces. There's this plug-in, and then there's the actual nozzle here is staked on with a plastic pin, and then there's an O-ring between the two that seals the oil from the outside. This part here goes into an oil galley, and this little nozzle just directs oil flow up at the bottom side of the piston, which helps cool the piston. So anyway, I had one that was broken on the truck, and I had ordered this set of 6 of them, and they weren't showing up, and I checked the track number and found out they were coming from China, which is rather surprising. I was thinking at that point that, you know, I must have ordered a aftermarket, but it's actually labeled as a genuine Cummins part. But I ordered a set of 6 of them and found out they weren't going to be here for like 2 months or whatever the heck it was. So I went and ordered a single one from another source and put that in, and I fixed my low oil pressure issue. Now, however, because these are plastic, and I had already bought and ordered these anyway, I figured, you know, if one's broke, the rest of them are probably all temperature cycled out, so we're going to go ahead and change all of them. So that's what we're going to do here. Now this is actually a really simple repair here. And if you have a big cam Cummins or an N14 and you have a sudden drop in oil pressure, this would probably be one of the first places I'd look, because simple, you always start with the simplest things first. So take this hold down screw out, and we're just going to grab a hold of that, kind of wiggle it out. The O-rings can make it kind of a snug fit, but you pull that out like so. You want to have a drain pan underneath there to catch that, but there's our piston oiler. You can see right here, this is the oil galley that this goes into. So you can see how when the tip of this was broke off like it was, that instead of spraying out a little tiny hole like that, you're basically dumping this entire oil galley straight into the crankcase, and that's why it had a drop in oil pressure. So, got that one out. Then we're going to grab our new one. Put a bit of oil on the O-ring there. And then we can just slide the new one in place. Okay, and then now with that in, just put our hold down screw back in. And the way this is made, that as long as your hold down screws lined up, that nozzle is going to be pointing straight up at the piston. So I'm going to rotate that up just a hair bit. Okay. Okay, now with the new one in place, just go ahead and snug the hold down bolt down. These things don't have to be super tight. They're sealed by an O-ring, and it is plastic, so you don't want to go reefing this thing on with an impact or something like that. But that's 2 of them that have now been replaced, so we got 4 more to go. So anyway, as I was saying before the camera battery went dead, cylinders 2 and 3 can be accessed behind the oil filter. Cylinder 1 is behind the alternator. Now, cylinder 1 is a position that I put the new one in before. So we're just going to leave that one be. Change the other 5 that I hadn't changed before. And that's about all there is to it. Now, unfortunately, that's about all I'm going to have for you guys here today. I got to get on to a couple other things here. But anyway, guys, be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. Thank you. Have a great day. As you can see, a nice 40 pounds of oil pressure at idle at 600 RPMs.